Hello everybody and welcome to New Horizons Racing League Division 2 of round 4 of our custom championship for these guys. My name is Connor and today I'm joined by my fellow Division 1 teammate, Harley. How are you doing?
Oh, come sir.
Obviously this is the record number of astonishingly 12 people that we've managed to get into Division 2 now. You think this will add anything to the racing?
Well, there's going to be some backmarkers. That's all I would see, but more people, more chance of collisions. And you know where the most danger zone is around these tracks.
Yeah. Oh dear, there's a McLaren off in the grass already of Tadpoles. He's got front wing damage. Yeah, bless him, he's had technical issues for the last 2 days, so I think he's only just managed to reinstall the game today, and it looks like he's struggling to control his car. I believe he's using a wheel, right?
I've been calibrated it.
I think he was struggling with some of the force feedback settings, so he might struggle just a little bit. But about the circuit, 16 corners with the major overtaking zones into the turn 1, turn 2 chicane. You might be able to squeeze a few dive bombs in after the long right hander of turn 3 coming into turn 4, and the huge heavy braking zone at turn 10 at the end of the DRS straight. Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya has a capacity for over 140,000 people, constructed in 1991 and hosting the Spanish Grand Prix in Formula 1 since 1992, taking the reins away from the Jerez circuit. The circuit is 4.6 kilometers long, and for us Western Europeans that is 2.8 miles. No pressure, mate, I'm riding on board with you now.
Just a little fact also follow up. You are getting the Valencia Street Circuit from 2009?
Whenever they started alternating it, I'm well aware of the Valencia circuit hosting the European Grand Prix. Bear in mind, Valencia never hosted the Spanish Grand Prix. They were planning to, but doing a deal with what Germany did with Hockenheim and the Nürburgring, but the deal fell through, and then it actually ended up Valencia being dropped off from the calendar. But you must have some kind of confidence coming into today, because I believe in testing. Oh, Tom's already retired. Coming in. Oh, I was a bit worried they might have had a collision. I hope there was a separate instance. But from testing, if I'm not wrong, you did quite well here in testing before the start of the season.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I'm out already, thanks to a Tommy with the car on the track.
I'm sure it was an accident.
But nah, to be honest though, that puts me, King and Tommy onto whatever tyres we want for the race.
What are the tyre compounds? I know we've got the super soft and the soft tyres. Does it have the medium?
Soft and the medium. So potentially people could one stop this race.
If I'm right, yeah, it's I know that, but this track is very harsh, particularly on the rear tyres, just because to maximise your setup, it all comes down to wheel spin and traction. So you can get really good launches out of corners, but obviously you're gonna turn your tyres into barbecues towards the end of the race. So yeah, definitely one stop or two stop. And even if you have wing damage, just whack on the mediums and you should be able to go to the end of the race.
Very, because if I remember correctly, the soft do last about 14-15 laps round here.
So almost half the race distance. So yeah, if anyone does end up with a bit of damage, then it's not game over, even if it's on lap 1. Even, I believe, safety cars can happen around here. But only really at, say if there's an accident at the overtaking zones that I mentioned earlier. Try and board who's out.
In the last couple of seasons in Formula 1, there has been chances of safety cars, including that famous crash with Rosberg and Hamilton back in 2015.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't see any overly aggressive driving or defending from anyone. Personally, that incident between Rosberg and Hamilton, I'd say it was both of their faults. Lewis went through a gap that wasn't there and Nico over-defended.
They were racing too hard on the open lap.
I think it was a bit harsh that Rosberg even got 70% of the blame because he had his car in the wrong mode. I'd say it's kind of easily done. They're only human, but yeah, it wasn't the fact that, oh, there's no one to blame. It was like, no, it was both of their faults. I'm just going to have a rundown of the standings so far. Gamey Things, our Division 1 commentator on the Super, I believe he set that time on the Super Softs with a 118.9.
No.
And then in second we have... go on, sorry?
Sorry, he set that time on a pair of softs. Not super.
But he's only with us for one race so far. He may come back in the future depending on if his schedule lets him. But Blazed by Gaming, which I believe that was voted Basher's game type. Yeah. If I'm right, he's our championship leader still, in second place currently on a 119.3. And Black Prodigy, our previous winner, in third place with the 120 flat. And then we start getting into the midfield pack of Bradley Deranged, which are on 123s respectively. Owen managing to set a 129.4 before, I believe, crashing out, and then Dragon on Speed, the German, in the Sauber on a 147.1. I can tell straight from that lap time that he must have been going very slowly, but he's made a right mess of the last corner. He's gone the gravel. I don't know if he'll be retiring from the session after that.
No, he's still running.
No, he did a really good job there not to actually pop off his tyre.
Yeah, the thing is, he's running on the Super Soft. And that crash, and that... I don't know what happened, but that's not going to help his tyres.
Well, he's got front wing damage on the left hand side, so he's going to need to come in and change his wing. This I don't believe he turned up to testing, so I don't know how quick this guy is, but I wish him all the best, and hopefully he can take some good points for Sauber. But still, even with the bottom four, we've got Tom, we've got Slavkin, we've got Tapels, and we've got yourself. Even though all you guys are out of qualifying, do you think you can maybe mount a charge? Because this is possibly the top 4 people in the championship that are going to be starting from the back of the grid.
Depends on how turn 1 goes, because anything can happen around here. Turn 1, there can be safety cars, up to turn 1 to 3, safety car, everything. It's just, anything can happen here.
As it can anywhere. Just trying to see, because I know that Gamey and Blazed are the quickest drivers on track right now, but I know Gamey is quick, but I'm a little bit shocked, and he's gone even faster. I was about to say he was 3/10 faster than Blazed on his best lap, but he's just gone 1.2 seconds quicker. So I might think definitely for the future, Gamey thing is too quick for Division 2. But still, he might get a win if he's lucky enough in his getaway. But my personal experience with Gamey is that his racecraft is fine, but I don't know how well he manages to cope with pressure, because he can end up making some very silly mistakes. And normally, not only is it detrimental to himself, but it's normally a danger to the people around him.
I haven't seen him in other leagues, but I'll take your word for it.
I've raced against him for nearly 3 years now, and he does give it everything. He's a good driver. He's got great spatial awareness, but it's he might place his car 1 foot too far somewhere, and he'll either outbrake himself or he can end up in a serious accident.
I think we would be saying no driver is perfect.
Oh God, no, nobody is. But still, this is his first it's his first New Horizons race on 2018 after he took part in the second Monaco race from season 1, and I believe he crashed out at that. So I'm hoping for his sake that he'll be wanting to actually finish this one.
What's the one thing Alan McNeish says? Don't blame a driver until they need to be blamed, something like that.
The only thing I could think of with Alan McNish is his crash at Le Mans. Shows how much I know about the guy.
Yeah. About Le Mans, yeah.
It was an
Is
amazing
anything-
accident.
Oh, don't worry, you need to see the Mike Rockefeller one from the same year, but at night.
I might have seen it before, but I'll need to look that up again. Riding on board with Broke Gorilla now on his outlap. The rear end does not look very stable. There's so much carbon fibre to the outside of the circuit coming into turn 10.
According to the list is rear end on exit turn 2.
Always clip that curb. Looking through the final corner. I'm wondering if he's actually invalidated his lap at some point. Gonna see if he can go any faster. He does not.
I don't think Black Prodigy Renault is happy with that rear end.
I think he is either on a recharge lap or an out lap because he's got so much ERS. But his car looks probably the most stable I've seen today out of anyone.
Well, we'll find out after this lap. I think he'll go third.
Broker.
But he has put a lap in. He has to start on one super soft.
If there's anything I have realised about this circuit, it's the amount of auto spin curbs where even if you mount your car halfway across it, it will spit you the other way. For example, the curb at turn 2 on the inside. Normally you think if you lose the back end you'll be shunted up to the right hand side of the circuit. You won't. It will spin to the left and it will come to the inside. That's worse because your car is completely offline. You've got to spend more time actually getting back onto the circuit rather than if it's on the right hand side. Yeah,
Ooh.
Prodigy's pushing now because his ERS has been changed.
Half a second up on his previous best time.
I don't know. I think he'll be able to improve his time. I
I
don't.
would say close. 1 second.
Just a sec. Yeah, he goes faster, but he's still not able to catch up to the top 2. I think that'll be him safe for P3 anyway at the moment. We've got Deranged on circuit. Let's see what his time will be. Oh, I think he's just started his time lap. Where's Dragon on Speed? Dragon on Speed probably going to run out of ERS before the end of his lap, where he locks up into turn 10. It's not the first driver we've seen in Division 2 running with ERS turned off. Not ERS, ABS.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Dragon will be coming through the final corner. Can he improve his time? Yes, he does. He goes 5th. Oh, wow. I believe that yellow flag somewhere in the middle sector is a car getting out the way. I believe that was actually Prodigy. Just getting in the way slightly of Deranged. Oh no, oh, he's made an absolute mess of those curbs.
Yeah, Ram curb was deadly. If you get the wrong braking point, you're heading for the wall.
I think it's the inside curb at turn 11, and you need to almost miss the apex in this game, because if you take it as we would in the previous games, it would be it's an auto spin, and again it will shunt you to the left hand side of the circuit, and if you take it too quickly you'll end up with a huge amount of damage and you'll probably see your race over. So on board Gamey, he's already in pole position, but I still think he can go faster.
I think he has a fresh boost on.
I just hope he's not gonna want to pit for another set of seepers on during the race, because otherwise all of his tyres will have at least one lap of wear. Still a
wear around here is like 3-4% tyre.
I'd say it's more like 5 to 6% a lap. Let's see if he improves. And he does, that's a 17.6, I believe. I just caught that right at the end. So Gamey getting his first pole position for New Horizons Race League, and he gets the first 2 points. Or the bonus points for pole position. So yeah, let's just give you a rundown of the grid so far. Game Things in the Williams with 117.6, Blazewell Gaming in the Alpha with 118.4, Black Prodigy in the Renault with 119.3, Broke Gorilla in the Red Bull with a 120.2, Dragon on Speed in the Alfa Romeo Sauber with a 120.2, then it's Deranged in the Force India, Bradley in the Ferrari, his teammate Owen is shortly behind him, and then our drivers who weren't able to set a time, Collins, Tadpoles, Tommy and Slav King, that round up the grid. We'll see you guys in the race.